one thing about me, honey, I've never been afraid to leave, whether if it's a house, a city, a country, hell, a man, okay? When it's time to go, it's time to go. Now, that's probably why I'm alone now, though. I don't put up with a lot of things or people. Hell, I have a hard time putting up with myself sometimes. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Listen, I need someone in the comments to let me know that I'm not the only one. Like, y'all know what I'm. What started as a nice getaway into the jungle in Colombia soon became a thorn in my motherfucking ass. The electricity wasn't dependable, and it was too damn hot to be having power outages the way that we were having it. Baby, listen, it started to become the bane of my dang on existence when nature was supposed to be healing. Mm.
Airbnb, this is my documentation that there is absolutely no power, and this happens almost every day, yet everyone else around the area has power. Something's not right. And at this point, it's getting in the way of my work. They should put inside of the listing that there's daily power outages so that people can make better decisions. You hear the music in the background? Yeah, there's full-blown parties. I have another video showing other places outside of the compound having power. So the power has been out for about 10 minutes again. It's nighttime and the neighbors are loud. It's hot. Uncomfortable to sleep. I would not rent here again. This is evidence of another night that the power is out and I don't have service to be able to utilize, and this information was not in the booking. And I was told that there's nothing that can be done. This is a very big inconvenience because if this was inside of the listing, I would have never booked this location, knowing that I have important meetings that I have to tend to and not having the expectation to have to pay extra money for something that I was told was being provided for. So I'm starting to feel like our Airbnb be turning off the power because all of our power is off. But if you look over here, there's power. There's power back that way where all the music and stuff is, and then there's power next door. I think they be turning off our power in this area. Cause why is it that only our power is out? Shout out to the full moon. I don't like this shit. I'm definitely leaving a review. Hello, just documenting that the power is out again, but there's power outside of the compound when I walked outside. With Airbnb, this is considered a safety issue. And yeah, it's greatly affecting my work. My meeting got cut off and the power has been out for over an hour now. Again. Yo, I'm so tired. We have officially been out without power for almost 4 hours, and Airbnb is going to refund me the rest of my stay for the nights that I'm not using, and I just booked another location to stay at for the rest of my days in Santa Marta. I'm tired. I can't afford for the power to go out while I'm providing a hypnotherapy session, and that's why I'm just dishing out the cash, because the new place that I had to get, it's more expensive, of course, in this last minute, because I literally have to leave here tomorrow by 11 o'clock, less than 12 hours. but I'm providing hypnotherapy, and I can't imagine the power going out in the middle of a hypnotherapy session. That's a very intimate, emotional, therapeutic session, and to leave someone open like that, I can't risk it. I can't risk it, and the power is just not stable enough here for that. So, um, I'm not even able to upload the videos for Airbnb of all the times that the power has been out. So, I'm hoping that the power is back on in the morning so that I can send them videos of the power being out in the morning. And lesson learned. I've enjoyed nature, but there's a fine line between being in nature and having access to the internet and things of that nature. And I can only imagine people in other places around the world who don't have that access, right? But my work is online, and I didn't like how my Airbnb host responded to me the first time that I brought it up to him, back like earlier in the week. And he was like, it's nothing that I can do about it. You can go buy some minutes for another phone line and add it to your phone and use, what's it called? Use your phone as a hotspot. And I'm saying here, like, no, you as an Airbnb host should have those types of precautions in place. This is a safety issue. Being in the middle of the forest, it's pitch black. I'm hearing sounds and stuff outside of the windows and stuff. I already don't have shades. You know what I'm saying? No, you need to be having solar panels or a generator, something available for your guests with Airbnb. You get what I'm saying? I could see if it was inside of the listing where you said, hey, sometimes we're without power. That wasn't listed because I would have took heed to that. They listed how the internet was so amazing and it's the fastest and all this. They ain't mention nothing about power. So I gotta go, and I just gotta dish out the extra cash, to be able to show up for my clients and to have peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, other places around me have power right now. They've been partying for hours and it's loud. So how are you going to tell me that the power is affecting the whole town where I'm seeing that people outside the compound have power? I don't like that. And then on top of it, the location is owned by an American. I'm a United States American. It's not even Colombian owned, and I didn't realize that until I got here. Um, and I kind of feel a way about that. I like staying places that are owned by local people. So I made sure to research into the next place that I'm going to make sure that they're owned by a Colombian because, yeah, no. I've always had great hospitality when the owners of the locations are citizens of that place. And so that's the vibe. I'm about to try to get some sleep because I have to do a bunch of packing and stuff in the morning. So, welcome to my life. My life, my life, my life, my life in the pitch black. My lips crusty and shit. I could have put some lip gloss on the song, baby. Y'all getting the real life. Do you hear me?
One thing about me, honey, I've never been afraid to leave, whether if it's a house, a city, a country, hell, a man, okay? When it's time to go, it's time to go. Now, that's probably why I'm alone now, though. I don't put up with a lot of things or people. Hell, I have a hard time putting up with myself sometimes. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Listen, I need someone in the comments to let me know that I'm not the only one. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? So, I have a list of exes, and the beauty is that I can never say that I have been broken up with. That's one of my claims of fame, honey. I've always been the one to do the bending. But a lot of that is because I want to leave before something bad happens or we end up in a worse situation than planned. I'm not the gambling type, honey. Even when I go to a casino, I got $20 and that's it. One of my favorite artists is Cash Dow, and in one of her songs, No Lames, she says, "I'm never into losing. If I can't win, then I'm out the game." That's me, baby. Okay? If the odds are not in my favor, I'm not taking chances. This is not Hunger Games. Now, that's how I know I survive a horror movie, honey. I don't play all that. Well, let's walk around and see what's going on. No, mama. Mm-mm. No, sir. No, ma'am. I've had a taste of that energy and my body don't like how it feels. It's a no for me, honey. Okay? But you know what's funny though? People always tell me, girl, your standards are too high. And I mean, well, maybe they are too high for, some people or situations. Or just maybe y'all standards are too damn low. Okay? Because hear me out. I don't think life is supposed to feel like you're constantly tolerating something. Now, don't get me wrong. Every relationship is going to have its challenges, okay? Every apartment isn't going to be perfect. Every city is going to have something that gets on your nerves. I'm not talking about all of that. I'm talking about consistently having to convince yourself to be okay with something that your spirit has already rejected. That's totally different. And I think a lot of us do that because we're scared to start over. We're scared of being alone. We're scared that, what we have now might be the best that we're ever going to get. But listen, baby, I've never had that fear, okay? I've never been the woman that's like, well, at least I got a man. Fuck that. That man could go and you too, okay? No, at least I got peace. Now, if I could have both, praise the higher power. We good. But if it's one or the other, I already know which one I'm picking every single time. And that's probably why I've been single as long as I have. People think I'm picky. People think I'm crazy. Oh, I must be toxic. Something must be wrong with me. But actually, I think it's because I'm just okay with being in my own company. I genuinely like being by myself because I like myself. Now, do I want a relationship one day? Maybe, if it benefits my life. I'm not one of those people that's like, I don't need nobody. Girl, listen. I love to have someone if it benefits my life. But I don't need someone so bad that I start negotiating with myself. Because once I start negotiating with myself, my worth, and all that jazz, that's when I'll start getting in trouble. That's when I'll start saying stuff like, well, maybe it'll change one day if I just hold off, or maybe I'm expecting too much. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I can do it this way for them to, baby, listen, it's a no for me. If I got to keep talking myself into staying into something or figuring out what's going on, that's my answer right there. And the crazy thing is, I realize I don't just do that with relationships. I do it with everything in my life, honey. The Airbnb was gorgeous. It was in the woods. It's the kind of place that you screenshot and you send to your friends. I had mountains around me, a beautiful river. I woke up to hummingbirds, fresh fruit, little weird looking squirrels, amazing, beautiful birds. Literally, nature's paradise in many ways. But then the power started going out the second damn day. Now, the first time, I'm like, okay, stuff happens. The second time, okay, now, I get it. The third time, now it's a damn pattern. And it's affecting me and my work. And I'm good if it's just, affecting me and my writing and little small things. But when it comes to me preparing for a meeting with a client, that's different. Because one thing about me, patterns make me itch, honey. Okay? And because I started catching myself doing the same thing that I would have done in a relationship years ago, making excuses. Oh, it's probably over now. Or, oh, it'll be fine tomorrow. They can't help it. It's happening everywhere. I'll be like, look at me trying to convince myself to stay somewhere that my body had already checked out of. Because reality, every day, the power outage lasted longer and longer and longer. And I'm in the middle of a dang on jungle, literally. The temperature is at least 85 degrees, humid, mosquitoes. and no power, can't see nothing. Oh no. Mm-mm. And I think that's why becoming a digital nomad has taught me so much about myself. Like, people think that traveling teaches you just about the world, and it does, but it also teaches you about your own non negotiables even further. Now, mine apparently includes electricity, okay? Who knew? Because that's not something that I just was like, oh, electric. Like, I never thought of it because it's something that I've always had. But I learned something about myself out there. I don't want to live completely off grid. It's not for me. I like visiting. I love nature. And matter of fact, I need nature. But I also like uploading YouTube videos. I also love having Wi Fi. I also love not wondering whether my laptop is going to die before I finish doing my work. I love being able to have my meetings with my clients. I love to know that what I need is accessible when I need it. And I don't think admitting that makes me less adventurous. It just makes me honest with the reality of my damn life and what I need. And that same thing can be said for my relationships. I've had many times when I've been called detached, I've been called an avoidant, I've been told that I have commitment issues. And as I sit and think about that, I know a lot of our elders, they stayed in relationships that they were unhappy with, but they felt like it's cheaper to keep her, okay? It was cheaper and it was less drama to just stay in their situation than to leave and focus on building something different. They just learned to accept what they had. Good was good enough. And I'm not saying that anything is wrong with them choosing that life. I just know for me, I don't want that shit. I'd rather be single and alone, traveling around the world, seeing things, quote unquote, searching for something that I'll never receive before I choose to stay in a situation because it seems like it's good enough. And there's a difference between accepting small quirks and things of that nature versus completely changing who you are to be able to fit into this new unit. Because the way I see relationships, building together, and all that jazz, you're becoming a whole new person. Neither one of you are the same person. And I've seen that happen time and time again with relationships. And if that means that I just got to stay by my damn self, then hey, that's cool. I will be by my damn self, non committal, traveling around this damn world. I'm not gonna have no damn cats because I ain't trying to be traveling with animals and all that other jazz. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not desperate to say that I need this and this needs to be the primary focus of my life. If it happens, then it happens. If it doesn't happen, then hell, it wasn't meant to happen. But I've seen too many women and men be unhappy in their situations and they stayed in that shit just because they didn't want to get out of it because they were thinking about how difficult that would be. And that type of life just ain't for me, honey. And hey, I guess that makes me a woman that's not controllable. And that's why I'm happy that I have the option to choose in this lifetime. And guess what? I'm going to always choose me at the end of the day.